Hey, it's Crystal, and today I want to tell you about my math innovation that I found, and it's called SketchUp. SketchUp is kind of what I would consider to be like Geometer Sketchpad kind of on steroids. So let me tell you a little bit about it. Okay, so what is SketchUp? SketchUp is a 3D model program that can create anything from a cube to a car. It is amazing. It was originally created as a general 3D program for design professionals, architects, people, engineers, people of that nature, to work freely without the constraints of pencil paper because so often it takes forever to draw these things up. So they wanted to have the opportunity to just quickly see what something looked like and then change it if they needed to. Now, for SketchUp in the math classroom, it's a great three-dimensional tool to use, especially for geometry. It allows students to see all of the parts of geometry in the real world. All those times they're saying, when am I ever going to use this? This is their opportunity. And it will do anything from line segments, edges, faces, area, volume, and the list just continues on. It also has a couple of components. It has materials and components. So it really allows you or the student to individualize their creation. You can build things, paint them, add siding, roofing, the list just goes on and on. You can also add items to your design, such as you could put furniture inside, outside, you could throw out a car, you can add people to it. I think there's even one that's a girl and a dog, petting a dog. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so the pros of SketchUp. First of all, it allows students to create 3D figures. The program is multi-directional, which is really nice because it allows students to actually see a three-dimensional plane that they don't see very often. The program can make precise measurements, and I'll show you that in a few moments. The students can see changes while they happen. It can enable placement of its models in Google Earth. I have actually not played with that aspect of it yet, but plan on doing that in my spare time, maybe this summer. It has real life application for geometry, and the very best thing about it is it's free for educators, and that includes their pro version. Okay, as for the cons, I have only found one real problem with the program, and the only thing is that it's kind of tricky to learn to manipulate the parts when you're first starting out. And for me, that also held true for Geometer Sketchpad. So, like I said, it's kind of along those same lines. So now that you know a little bit about it, let me actually show you some SketchUp. Okay, so here's a picture that I actually drew earlier, and let me go to the orbit button and just show you. If I turn it, you can actually see the 3 dimensions, which I just think is amazing. So, and actually, if you look closely, you can see the girl in the house, which I think is pretty cool. So let me just kind of go through, and I want to start a new file so that you can get an idea of exactly how things work on it. So, excuse me, I actually kind of like this girl in here in the house, so I normally tend to draw my house around her. So I go up to this first tool that's called shapes, and you can do just about, you can do a rectangle, a circle, and it says polygon, but I think that actually just means hexagon because that's the only one I've seen. Okay, so I'm going to start with a rectangle, and I'm going to go a little in front of her and some behind. Now, if I want to make this an exact amount, down in the bottom right corner, which I think my picture is in the way of, I can actually make it some dimensions. So I'm going to make it 15 feet by 25 feet. And when I hit enter, you'll notice that it changes the shape or the size, I'm sorry, of my plane. And like I said, I really like this program because it shows vertices, it shows edges along the side, it shows a plane, which all great things for geometry. Okay, something that I think is such a cool thing on here is what they call a push-pull button. And when I click on that, I can now bring my house up around the girl. So, okay, now I've got her in the house. Now, I want that to be 8 foot high. So I'm going to put in my 8 foot. And if you'll notice, that changed it just a little bit. Okay, and then I think I would like a roof on my building, so I'm going to orbit just a bit and see if I can't find the midpoint of the front and the back. So I'm going to go to my line tool, and if you'll notice, it shows the endpoint with green. If you run along the edge, it's red, which, like I said, there goes that vocabulary for geometry. And if I keep going, oh, there's the blue dot. The blue dot shows the midpoint. Okay, so I click that, and then I come to the back. Now, I want to find, again, the midpoint. Oh, and there it is, so I click on there. Now I have the midpoint because I want my roof to go up straight from the middle. I'm going to click on that line, and then I'm going to go to my move button, and I'm going to drag it straight up. Okay, and you can go, okay, and you see how now it says on blue axis? That means I'm running parallel, so it is a vertical line right now. So I really think that's a neat feature about this. Okay, so I think, okay, that's pretty good. We'll leave it at that for now. Okay, I want to decorate, oops, I want to decorate my house a little bit. So I'm going to go up to Window, down to Materials, and I want to, let's see, you have lots of options here. Well, I think we're going to go for, I'm really stuck on this whole stone color. I just think it's really pretty. Okay, so we'll go with sandstone this time. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and I have to orbit around because obviously you have to have all the sides of the house, assuming I can get to them. Okay, I want to paint this end, and then I'm going to orbit a little bit more. I'm going to zoom out a bit and paint this last side. Okay, so now I've got the outside of the house taken care of. I think I want to put a roof on it. Ooh, and I like this pretty roof here. Nothing like being kind of bright. Let me orbit back around. I told you this was a little tricky. Okay, back to the roof. Okay, good deal. All right, so there's my roof. Okay, so now I want to cut in a door. So I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to zoom back in just a little bit. And I'm going to go back to that rectangle tool and let's put a door in. Okay, so if you'll notice, it's on the red line. So that tells you that it's on the edge along the x-axis. So I'm going to draw in, let's see, that looks like a pretty good door. All right, so I'll let that go. Okay, I click on that area, and again I take that push-pull tool, which is absolutely amazing. And I really like this because look, you can pull this out or you can push it in. Like I said, it's a really neat thing. Okay, so I'm going to click on that area again, and I'm going to delete it out. Oh, there's my girl. That was exactly what I was looking for. Okay, now I'm actually going to put some tile on the floor. So I go back to Windows, to Materials, and let's see. Oh, there's tile. Let's see. How about, that's pretty. Okay, now I've got a pretty floor in there. All right. If you want to draw some windows, which we'll go with the polygon. Yes, and like I said, that normally seems to be a hexagon. I'm not sure why. Okay, let's have one there, and we'll do one over here. Okay, and like I said, this push-pull tool is really amazing. I like it because, oh, that was not what I expected. Okay, hold on. Like I said, it's that whole manipulation thing. You have to click on it. It's, like I said, a lot like Geometer Sketchpad. If it's kind of particular. All right, so I click on that. I can pull this out, and how cool is that? Or you can also push it in. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing with that one. Okay, and then I'm going to delete both of those. And I'm going to delete that one. And now I have some cute little windows for the house. And you can measure them if you want. It's got a nice measurement tool. And let's see, we should probably, let's look and check out our girl. Okay, so she's good. I think we should probably, oh, we'll add a bench right in front of the house. Okay, so I go, this time I'm going to components. And I'm just going to type in, I tried doors earlier, wasn't that impressed with it. I'm going to try a bench. Give it just a second. Oh, so many choices. Oh, there's a nice one. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, maybe not in the house. Okay. On the blue axis. Oh, I saw the red axis. Okay, that's where I want it. Okay, good deal. Okay, so now you have a pretty good idea of what, oh, sorry about that. You have a pretty good idea of how this works. And like I said, I really think that kids will find this just absolutely amazing because I think it's so cool the way you have such a nice, it's three-dimensional. You can do so many things to it and personalize it. Speaking of which, it looks like the girl's feet are sticking out underneath the house. So you just never know about that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I hope that you'll try this product out because I have been totally impressed with it. Thanks a lot, and I hope you have a great day.